We kept trying to tell y'all that Chrisean is a terrible fucking mother and y'all was just trying to have her back and give her so much sympathy. Allegedly, Chrisean's son's medical records got leaked. They're saying that he suffered from withdrawals from when he was pregnant, okay, because I know the baby wasn't doing it, so that means the mama was, and we all saw her smoking and drinking while she was pregnant, okay? The medical records are also saying allegedly that he suffered from fetal alcohol syndrome, meaning that he is being affected from what his mama did, allegedly. Allegedly is saying that he also has a seizure disorder, and is saying a few other things are contributing to the why he's 2 and he cannot walk yet. And even Yanti got on here. We've been trying to tell this girl to get help for her baby. She's talking about pray for her. All the prayers in the world ain't gonna work if you're not taking that baby to go get help.
It started with a video. Just a short clip, nothing more than a moment, but it hit the internet like a grenade. In it, ChriseanRock is seen with her baby boy, Jr. She's smiling, goofing off, doing what looks like playful, teasing for the camera. But in the middle of the joke, she suddenly raises her hand, and that's when everything shifts. Jr. flinches. Not a small reflex, not a blink or shrug, it's a full-body reaction. His little frame jerks away, twisting like he's bracing for impact. The fear in that one motion, it was unmistakable. Not the kind of flinch that comes from surprise, but the kind your body makes when it's learned to expect what's next. Millions watched that second on loop. And after the initial silence, the internet exploded. Because in that tiny gesture, a question was born. Nobody wanted to ask out loud. Is this child in danger? People started digging, rewatching, analyzing, looking for context, hoping for reassurance. But what they found didn't bring comfort. Instead, it uncovered something darker. That video didn't seem like a fluke, it felt like the surface of something much deeper. And the chilling part? Before the clip ever went viral, there had already been warning signs. And the loudest voice raising the alarm wasn't some random stranger online. It was Blueface Jr.'s father. He had been speaking up for months, claiming that something was off. That the chaos surrounding Chrisean wasn't just wild antics or typical drama, it was something else entirely. He described moments where concern had turned into genuine fear, not just for her, but for their child. And while many brushed him off as bitter or petty, that clip forced people to revisit everything he'd said. It made folks wonder if maybe, just maybe, he had been telling the truth all along.
My son's medical records leaking and everybody seeing and hearing about what's on them does not cancel her. I don't know what else at this point will. Like, somebody needs to get that little boy out of her care and get him out of her care quick. I tried to give Chrisean the benefit of the doubt because, you know, you're not always the best parent. Not everybody is the best parent, but they might be the best parent for that child. No, she's not the best parent at all. Like, seeing what's on these medical records is making me sick. Like, mind y'all, he didn't ask to be here and she did not have to have him.
It was dangerous. But at the time, most people just brushed it off, just more of their messy public relationship playing out online. But looking back now, his words hit differently. They sound less like drama and more like desperation. Like fear. He spoke about how Jr. was passed around to strangers just hours after birth, how no one wanted to watch him, and how Chrisean seemed more focused on getting with men or doing music features than caring for their son. Then came a disturbing accusation. Blueface claimed that if things continued, their baby could end up getting touched on just like others in her family. At the time, it felt like a cruel low blow. But now, it doesn't sound so far-fetched. Now it sounds like a red flag we all ignored, and that wasn't the only one. Soon after, the Jin video dropped. Just days after giving birth, Chrisean was live streaming herself working out baby. In tow, and the internet took notice. It wasn't the workout itself that raised eyebrows. It was everything else. The baby was in a loud public gym passed around by strangers while Chrisean focused on snapping her body back. On the stream, she bragged about her figure, talked about her sagging stomach, and told her viewers she'd have a six-pack by tomorrow. With over 193,000 people watching, she even complained about having to cover her baby's face. She wasn't hiding any of it. She was broadcasting it proudly.
Looking at your son now, what type of legacy do you want to leave behind for him? What do you want him to know about mom?
How to turn to God. I just want to teach him how to, because there's nothing I could do for him.
While some viewers laughed it off or gave her props for keeping it real, Others saw something way more troubling. A mother who seemed more focused on chasing attention than raising her child. Someone who couldn't recognize the red flags because she was too caught up in seeking validation from strangers online. But even that wasn't the most disturbing part. To really understand how we got here, you have to go back to where Chrisean came from. Back to the pain she's carried most of her life. She's opened up in fragments about her childhood. About how her home wasn't safe, how she never had stability or anyone to protect her. And then on the show Baddies, she dropped a bomb that left everyone stunned. During a heated moment with her sister Tessiki, Chrisean screamed out a horrifying memory. I remember when I was 7, you made me eat your tea. It was raw, graphic, and impossible to process. The entire room froze. But behind the shock came harder questions. No one wanted to ask Dot why would her sister do something like that unless something had been done to her too. What kind of home were they all raised in? The picture that began to form was heartbreaking, a family consumed by trauma. A cycle of abuse repeating itself over and over until it blurred the line between victim and perpetrator. Chrisean also spoke briefly about her father, and the stories there weren't any better. Pain, violence, abandonment. It all added up to something she never escaped.
That is, I would want this information that was just put out about Chrisean Jr. to be false. At some point, I'm thinking it might be some type truth to it. Because you gotta think, almost 2-year-old child is laying on his back. He's not mobile, so that means he's in diapers. So that means he's sitting in that. So can I believe there were maybe possible breakdown of the skin? I can believe.
A man who, according to her, used to line up the kids against a wall and beat them. She once said he tied her mother up in the woods just to hurt her. And when Blueface got into a fight with him, knocking him out, Chrisean didn't come to her dad's defense. In fact, she praised it. That same dad that got knocked out was the one who tied my mom up. Somebody should have done it years ago. It wasn't a single moment of trauma. It was a lifetime. Violence wasn't shocking to her. It was routine. Then there's her relationship with Blueface, public, chaotic, and often violent. The videos are still out there. One of the most infamous shows them locked in a brutal fight on Hollywood Boulevard. Screaming, grabbing Blueface, tearing off her clothes and throwing her to the ground while cameras flashed and strangers stood by. These aren't rumors, they're documented clips seen millions of times. And now there's a baby caught in the middle of it all. Junior didn't ask for this. But he's here, stuck between two people lost in a loop they can't break. And because of that, every live stream, every post, every subtle action is now under a microscope. Especially that flinch. People online aren't just speculating anymore. They're scared. One person commented, as soon as he saw her arm, he twisted his whole body. That's not flinching. That's fear. She hits him. Another said, she's probably mad because he isn't talking or walking like other babies. She's frustrated and he's paying for it. No one knows exactly what's going on behind closed doors, but one thing is becoming harder to ignore. More and more people are convinced that the same violence that broke Chrisean is now trickling down to her son. That maybe the cycle didn't stop with her, just shifted. And now all eyes are on Junior, hoping, praying that someone breaks that cycle before it's too late. And
what if a wave came up and washed him offshore and he drowned and he got unalived? All because you wanted to go to that party so bad you couldn't find a reliable arrangement, get him a babysitter so he can be properly cared for while you go out 3 a.m. in the morning to go party on the beach. Is it that serious? Some people are just not meant to have kids. I mean, like, I don't like to judge nobody parenting, but she just be doing, she do shit and it's giving like, it's all for clout. She want to stay, she want to be the buzz.
And now, whispers are turning into accusations. Word is spreading that Blueface has proof, actual receipts, messages, photos, maybe even video. The kind of evidence that could blow this entire situation wide open. Nobody knows what he's planning to release or when, but the tension is building fast and eyes are everywhere. So the question remains, was that flinch just a random, unfortunate reaction? Or was it something far more telling? Was it a glimpse into a darker reality that's been hidden behind filters and live streams? And if it was, what happens next? Because at this point, it's no longer about clout or chaos. It's about a child. A scared little boy who didn't ask for any of this, who deserves safety, stability, and protection. This story is still unfolding, and the truth hasn't been fully revealed. But one thing's for sure, people are watching closely now. Let us know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because this might only be the beginning. More voices are likely to come forward, and when they do, they might change everything we thought we knew.
Watch this. Why you run like that? Why you run like that? Why you run like that? He like, all right. Okay.